So this fly you can tie on anywhere from a size 6 right up to a size 10 hook. In this particular one, I've got a size 8 Maruto SS 1930, but honestly, any standard salmon hook will work. You can also tie this up as a jig. This particular one's a size 8 jig, and you'll see it's a little bit beat up from use. So to start with, I'm just going to lay down my thread base, go to the back, and then I'm going to bring the thread back up to the front. So now for the tail. The tail on this fly, blue polar bear. We're going to keep the tail on this fairly sparse, so I've already cut off a small hunk. I'm going to go through. First thing you need to do is get rid of all the under fur. Polar bear's got lots of it. Then we're going to shorten or get rid of some of the guard hairs, drop them back into the stack, and then we're going to put this in our hair stacker. Now the tail on this fly is about between a shank's length and a hook's length. And I bring my thread back up to the front. Now we're going to add our red wire, slip it inside the bead. We're going to attach it along the side of the hook. And just leave our thread there. So now for the body. So Gary's original pattern, he calls for a quick descent, pale olive dubbing. Now it's extremely hard to find, so this is where we're gonna do our first substitution. I like to use either some ice dub in peacock, or you can actually use a diamond braid. Sometimes I tie them up with a blue diamond braid, can be quite nice. So when we attach, and this one I'm going to go back to the peacock, and when we make up we're going to just make a dubbing noodle. And the key here is to make sure that we keep this super thin, just enough to cover the thread. And you're going to have to apply it quite a few times on the way up. You don't want a big bulky body here. We're just trying to basically cover up the hook shank. And again, just little tiny pinches. Next steps are hackle. And again, this is a place where you can do a substitution. So the original pattern has blue dyed hackle. I've got some that I dyed up myself. If you don't have any, it's perfectly fine to go in and just use a standard grizzly hackle. Measure up our feather. We're looking for the barbs to be just slightly longer than the hook gap. So we're then going to go in and prep our feather. Just cut about 1/8 of an inch on either side. Then we take it, we're going to go down at a 45 just to catch the stem. Make sure you get a couple of good turns in there. Make sure it's attached. Attach your hackle plier. We're gonna get 2 turns in the front and then palmer back to the back of the fly. And you're looking for good five turns to the back, maybe 4. We then can come in. We're going to catch it with our wire. Make sure you get a full wrap at the back. And then just work your wire to the front of the fly. And we're going to make sure we wiggle as we go so we're not trapping too many of the hackle fibers. And again, take your time. I like to put a few extra, or keep the wraps of the wire fairly close on this. Pink salmon can be pretty brutal on this. And you'll find that this is such an effective fly that you really want to beef these up as much as you can. Go to the front, catch your wire. A couple of turns, a couple of them behind. Hopefully helicopter it off. And we're going to go back in and we're going to cut off our feather. We're now ready for our whip finish. A little drop of head cement. And there we go. One Gary's pink salmon fly.